Scheduled algorithms are a category of execution tools that send orders to the market following a plan based on historical volume patterns or specific time intervals. The main reason traders use these is to minimize market impact. They are especially useful for portfolio managers or traders who have a higher risk tolerance for longer execution times and want to avoid moving the price against themselves. Ideally, you would use a scheduled algorithm under a few specific conditions. First, when you don't expect any adverse price movements while the trade is being executed. They are also best for relatively small orders, typically those that don't exceed 5 to 10% of the expected daily volume. You'll want to use them for stocks that are relatively liquid. Finally, they are a great fit for risk balance baskets, where trading every order at a similar pace helps you maintain that specific risk balance throughout the day. Now, let's look at the first type of algorithm, which is the percentage of volume or POV algorithm, or often called the participation algorithm. The core idea here is that the algorithm executes orders based on a set participation rate of whatever is actually happening in the market. It is highly adaptive. If market volume and liquidity pick up, the algorithm automatically trades more shares. If things quiet down and volume decreases, the algorithm scales back and trades fewer shares. For example, if you set a 20% participation rate, the algorithm aims to match that slice of the tape. So, for every 10,000 shares traded in the market, your algorithm will execute 2,000 shares. The biggest advantage of this approach is how it effectively capitalizes on real-time liquidity. It naturally blends in by only being active when the rest of the market is active. However, there are two main disadvantages to keep in mind. First, it can be more expensive because it effectively chases volume. This means it might continue to buy as prices are moving higher or sell as they move lower. Second, there is no guarantee the order will be finished within a specific time period. If the market is dead, the algorithm stays quiet, which might leave you with an uncompleted order at the end of the day. So the POV is about matching the market's rhythm, even if that means sacrificing some certainty on when you will finish the trade. Now, we are moving into the two common time-based strategies, VWAP and TWAP. Unlike the POV algorithm we just discussed, both of these follow a time-specified schedule. This means they are designed to trade a predetermined number of shares within a set time interval, rather than reacting purely to live market volume. The core advantage here is certainty of execution. Because the schedule is fixed, it ensures that your specified number of shares are actually executed within your desired time frame. However, there is a core disadvantage to this rigid approach. Because the algorithm is on the clock, it may force trades even during periods of insufficient liquidity. It basically lacks the flexibility to pause, so it might fail to take advantage of better market conditions that appear later in the day. Think of these as the discipline algorithms. They prioritize hitting your time deadline over waiting for the perfect liquidity moment. Now let's focus specifically on the volume-weighted average price or VWAP algorithm. This strategy works by slicing your total order into smaller pieces based on historical intraday volume profiles. It essentially looks at how a stock has typically traded in the past to decide how to trade it today. Because of this historical focus, VWAP execution typically follows a U-shaped curve. You will find the algorithm is much more active at the market open and close, while it pulls back and trades less during the midday lull. It's simply following the natural trend of when most shares change hands. However, there is a specific risk to keep in mind. VWAP may not be the best choice for illiquid stocks. If the actual market volume on a given day turns out to be significantly lower than what we have seen historically, the algorithm might not be able to complete your order. In short, VWAP is great for blending in with the crowd, as long as the crowd actually shows up like they usually do. Finally, we have the time-weighted average price, or TWAP algorithm. The mechanism here is very straightforward. It slices your order into equal amounts to be sent to the market following an equal weighted time schedule. Unlike the other algorithms we have looked at, TWAP doesn't try to time the market based on volume or liquidity. Instead, its execution is completely constant. It sends the same number of shares and the same percentage of the total order in each designated time period until the job is done. Because it's so predictable, TWAP is a solid choice when you want a steady, systematic entry or exit over a fixed period of time without any complicated bells or whistles. Imagine a trader needs to buy 6,000 shares within a 3-hour window, specifically between 10 a.m. and 1 p.m. If we set this algorithm to trade every 60 minutes, that gives us a total of 3 trades over those 3 hours. The math here is very simple. We take the 6,000 shares, divide them by the 3 trade intervals, and the algorithm determines that it needs to buy exactly 2,000 shares per trade. Now, look at the table to see how this actually plays out regardless of what the market is doing. At 10 a.m., the market is very busy, but the algorithm just sticks to its 2,000 shares. By 11 a.m., the market has gone dead with very low volume. A more adaptive algorithm might pause here, but the TWAP stays on schedule and forces that 2,000 share buy anyway. At noon, the market picks up slightly, and again, the buy amount remains exactly 2,000 shares. So this highlights the core nature of TWAP. It's incredibly consistent and ensures you finish on time, but is completely blind to liquidity. It will execute its slice of the order at the scheduled time, even if it has to be the only participant in a quiet market. Now, in this scenario, a trader needs to buy 6,000 shares using the VWAP algorithm. Unlike the steady drip of a TWAP, the VWAP algorithm is going to allocate those 6,000 shares based on historical volume patterns. Take a look at the data in the table to see how the U-shaped curve we discussed earlier actually works in practice. So during the market open in the morning, historical data shows that 40% of the daily volume usually occurs. Following that lead, the algorithm executes a large portion of the order. So 40% of 6,000 shares would be 2,400 shares. This is to match that high liquidity. At midday, during the typical lunch lull, historical volume drops significantly to just 10%. To avoid having a large market impact when fewer people are trading, the algorithm scales way back and only buys 600 shares. Then, as we head toward the market close, volume historically surges again to 50%. The algorithm ramps back up, executing the remaining 3,000 shares to finish the order. By mirroring the market's natural rhythm like this, the VWAP algorithm helps the trader blend in with the crowd, ensuring they get a price that is consistent with the day's average volume-weighted price. Liquidity-seeking algorithms, which you will also hear referred to as opportunistic algorithms, are designed to capitalize on liquidity across a variety of market venues. The core logic here is speed. The algorithm trades faster when it identifies liquidity at a favorable price. One common practice these algorithms employ is liquidity sweeping, or sweeping the book. This involves trading aggressively against offsetting orders when the algorithm detects sufficient liquidity posted on exchanges or alternative trading systems at prices it deems favorable. To maintain anonymity, these algorithms frequently utilize dark pools. This allows for the execution of large quantities of shares without displaying those intentions to the broader public market, provided that sufficient liquidity is present in those dark venues. However, these algorithms are also programmed for restraint. If favorable liquidity is absent in the market, the algorithm will scale back its activity, trading only a very small number of shares to ensure it minimizes market impact. In terms of execution, liquidity-seeking algorithms tend to rely more heavily on market order types rather than limit orders. This is to ensure immediate execution the moment a liquidity opportunity arises. These algorithms are particularly appropriate for large orders where the portfolio manager needs to execute quickly but cannot afford to have a substantial impact on the security's price. A primary advantage here is the mitigation of information leakage. By avoiding the display of sizable limit orders, the algorithm prevents signaling trading intentions to the rest of the market, which helps avoid adverse price movements. We also see these used effectively for securities that are less liquid or thinly traded. In these cases, liquidity is often episodic, meaning the order book is usually thin with wide spreads, but it occasionally experiences moments of thick books or tight spreads. The algorithm is designed to wait for those specific episodes to execute. When we talk about arrival price algorithms, our main goal is to execute trades at prices that are as close as possible to the market price the moment the order is received. To achieve this, the algorithm typically uses a front-loaded strategy. This means it trades more aggressively right at the start of the execution period to fill as many shares as possible near that initial arrival price. Depending on the specific needs of the trade, the execution can be managed based on a set time schedule or by following volume participation rates. Traders generally opt for this approach when they anticipate that market prices will move against them over the course of the trading horizon. By front-loading the trade, portfolio managers can capture alpha before those expected adverse price movements take place. This strategy is particularly useful for risk-averse traders who want to minimize the execution risk that comes with trading more passively over longer periods. However, it's important to note that these algorithms are most effective for relatively liquid securities or for orders that don't represent a massive portion of the daily volume, ideally less than 15%. Using arrival price algorithms in these liquid conditions helps us avoid creating a significant market impact during the execution process. Dark aggregator algorithms are designed to execute shares away from what we call lit markets. These are the traditional exchanges and displayed venues that provide both pre and post-trade transparency regarding prices, volumes, and market depth. Instead of using those public venues, these algorithms operate in opaque or less transparent environments such as dark pools. Portfolio managers and traders typically turn to dark aggregators when they are concerned about information leakage. This is a common risk when posting limit orders in lit venues, where the market can see your intentions. Consequently, these strategies are most often utilized when order sizes are particularly large relative to the expected market volume, allowing for execution with minimal public exposure. Dark aggregators are particularly useful when standard open market strategies like arrival price or VWAP would lead to significant market impact. These algorithms are well suited for trading securities that are relatively illiquid or those characterized by wide bid-ask spreads. By avoiding lead values, traders can manage these difficult positions more discreetly. However, it is important to remember that trading in dark pools offers less certainty of execution because these venues rely on finding a matching natural buyer or seller. Offsetting orders may never arrive. For this reason, dark aggregator algorithms are best used for trades where the manager does not strictly require the order to be executed in its entirety. Smart order routers, or SORs, are algorithms that determine the most effective way to route an order based on current market conditions. For limit orders, the SOR identifies the specific destination that offers the highest probability of execution. For market orders, it determines the venue with the best market price, which in the US is known as the National Best Bid and Offer, or NBBO. To make these decisions, SORs continuously monitor real-time data from a wide variety of sources, including exchanges, alternative venues, and dark pools. Portfolio managers and traders typically rely on these systems when they need to execute small orders, routing them as either marketable or non-marketable limit orders. When we look at using smart order routers for market orders, the primary goal is managing market impact. These systems are typically used for orders that are small enough to be executed without significantly moving the price, specifically when the order size is less than the quantity currently available at the best bid or offer. SORs are particularly effective when immediate execution is a priority. This might be due to imminent price movements, high levels of risk, or a trader's specific risk aversion. In fast-moving markets, relying on an SOR is often more reliable than manual venue selection. If a trader tries to choose a venue manually in a volatile environment, the best price can often change before they can even send the order. By using an automated router, we ensure the order reaches the best possible venue at the right moment to avoid inferior execution prices. Moving to limit orders, SORs play a critical role in protecting the trader's intent. We typically use them for limit orders that are small enough to prevent information leakage, essentially ensuring the order doesn't signal a larger move to the market and unintentionally push prices away from us. They are most effective when the order size aligns with what is already being posted in the market. SORs are especially useful for stocks traded across several active markets where the single best routing venue isn't immediately obvious. In scenarios where multiple venues are posting orders at your specific limit price at the same time, these systems automatically navigate that complexity to find the most efficient path for execution.